Hey everyone, most of you guys know me from Discord or TikTok as just kind of the guy that posts out the trading signals, makes that big money on those trades, but I'm kind of showing you guys kind of a day and what like the grind looks like and kind of a part of the journey. What I'm looking for here, what I'm hoping to get out of this is bigger than just hitting some big day trades. So I'm bringing you guys along. And to start my day off, I always make sure I have my plan for the day written in this little like moleskin notebook. I feel like I'm much more productive when I'm very intentional about what it is that I'm doing. If I find writing down kind of like my goals for the day, the big things that I want to accomplish, and maybe kind of like the order of events, kind of order of march style of what I'd like to do in the day is very helpful for me being productive, and it leaves me at the end of the day with something to look back at and feel proud about going into the next day. So every day or every night I write down the things that I want to accomplish the next day. In the morning I look over it to be very intentional about how I go about the day. This isn't a flashy video about, driving Lamborghinis and stuff. This is a very like standard day in me chasing what I'm trying to accomplish, and I'm bringing you guys along with that. I hope you guys get something out of it for yourself, because it's not flashy. There's nothing flashy about it. It's just like grit and hard work, and hopefully you guys are putting some hard work and grit towards your goals too. So before we get into all the different things that I'm going to be doing today, I think it might be useful for me to explain kind of what I'm currently working on so you guys can see how that plays into my bigger picture. So first off, I run NQ Strategy Vault, which is a day trading business. I coded my own algorithms based off of my own mech model. So I day trade, and then through NQ Strategy Vault, I give those algorithms and some free signals to other people through my free Discord server. Another thing I'm working on is I'm designing my own nootropic blend for a supplement to kind of help you focus without the stim of caffeine, so you can use it for like late night work, for day trading, for athletics, for studying, which was into my next goals. I'm currently a college athlete entering the transfer portal for next year, and I'm looking to transfer to a Division I school, so that's a big part of it. I'm also a biomathematics major at my university, and I do Army ROTC. So these are all kind of things that build my profile, and so you'll see how all of this kind of plays into what I do each day. So usually I wake up and I go to the gym basically fasted. I have like a granola bar or like some fruit snacks or some fruit on the way there. But today there's a winter storm, so I actually can't get to the gym at the moment, so my schedule's a little bit different. So I'm gonna like eat some breakfast, probably do the trades when my signals come out, do some work with NQ Strategy Vault with the people in there, and then go to the gym once the roads are cleared up. Another interesting thing you'll see here is you'll see this little like daily like for the week whiteboard. Yeah, I'm so into scheduling and writing and planning everything out. Like I have my journal where I write things for the day, and this kind of for broader things for the week, so I can remember it through all the madness. Alright, so before I go down and I make some food, I had kind of like a little stroke of like inspiration to get a little bit of work done for the supplement stuff. And so the things that I have done for this is I have the blend designed, and I know what I'm looking for from manufacturer, and I know like the dosage in each capsule and how many capsules I want in a serving size. So what I'm looking for is I'm starting to look for a manufacturer to do this. But the thing is, like, I'm not in a particular rush to get these pushed out. I just want to get some progress going on this, because this is like a bigger project that I'm working towards, and I want to scale up like the social media pages before I fully release it, because I don't want to get stuck with like 500 bottles of this like nootropic mix. But it's something that's important to me, because I think last spring, doing all the things that I'm doing, I was going to bed at like 1 or 2 a.m. and I was waking up at like 5 for ROTC, so I was doing like 1,200 milligrams of caffeine a day just to get through like that final like stretch of the semester. Like getting through finals while being in season, while doing ROTC was definitely a lot. And I'm surrounded by a lot of other like really high performing people that are also doing that, and I'm trying to find like a solution for that. So it's like something that I'm contributing to, but I'm not gonna like go and buy like 1,000 bottles of this like supplement mix. Like also if I get no like traction on it, So another thing to consider that I have to think about is whether or not I want to do like a pre-order where people sign up and then I only buy like the huge lot of them once I have it like already sold out, basically. So that's something to think about. I didn't even think about that till right now. So that'll be interesting. But I found a manufacturer online right now that I'm pretty interested in that looks like they have all of the different like certifications and everything, and it seems like they're close enough to actually, like, I could go visit if needed. So I wrote up a little message for them now, saying kind of like what I'm looking for, why I want to do it. I'm looking for capsules. I want it to be like 1 to 2 daily, like in the morning to get you ready for the day. No drug-like claims, nothing saying like this will solve this or this issue. It's just something to give you like a little mental edge. And then like the formula that I have is L-theanine, alpha GPC, Bacopa, Bacopa monnieri, I always say it wrong, and then ginkgo biloba, and then rhodiola rosea. So like this is like a really strong like mental edge without like that caffeine stim or like that raise like the blood pressure and stuff. So I'm about to send this message, right, I'll show you guys. Actually, I'll show you guys a little process right here. So, shoot my email, that's alright. So this is like, I wrote the little message here. I want to be like TikTok shop compliant and able to be on Amazon, that'd be pretty cool. I said 400 bottles just to give them just like a random number, but that's kind of like a fair amount for a first one, so just submit that. And there we go. So, something accomplished today already. We'll see what they say. I'll definitely send stuff out. So that's kind of like one of the big things for the day just accomplished already, and I haven't even had breakfast yet. So I'll see what they say before contacting other manufacturers, because this is a pretty perfect one if this works out, because it is kind of close to where I actually live. So I like the idea of being able to go and actually take a look at things and talk to the owners, make like a partnership there instead of just being like, all right, I want this made. Just feels more impactful, more kind of like, more like realistic, more real, which is what we're after. Alright, so I just made my breakfast, had my coffee, hung out with the family for a little bit because we're all back, because we're all, it's vacation time. And we hit NQ signals today. We had one earlier, had a phenomenal entry on that one, and I exited early to take some profit. And we just got another one that I wanted to film and record right here. Here for that. Yeah, so this one's pretty good too. They're both kind of popping. During that time that I was kind of sitting eating and everything, I was answering questions in NQ Strategy Vault, working on that business, helping out some new beginners, sending them some good assets to start understanding the futures market. Because the nice thing about what I do with the bot signals is that when I give them out to people, when I set people up with the algorithm that I use, I'm very, very transparent, because I don't make my money off of selling these courses, there's no course. I'm selling the algorithm that I use to trade. If my algorithm didn't make me money, no one else would use it. So it's nice because I get to be as transparent as possible and actually try to set people up for success just by showing them exactly what I do. And I mean, we're literally you can see right where it said long scam plus 20, that's when I entered, and you can see I'm up $700 right now, and that was freaking 10 minutes ago. So it's kind of a cool business, because it's not even a sales pitch. I'm just giving out what I do and what works for me, and I'm just showing people that this works for me, this changed my life, it can do the same for you. So I have my stop loss right at that recent support. After this candle closes, I'm going to creep it up to break even, then to in profit. I'm hoping for it to break up to there, so it has a bit of a ways to go. It's about a 40-50 point move I'm looking for, but it's definitely possible. Only concerns that we have FOMC a bit later, but I don't know. I think it's fine. Edge indicator also shows that it's in bull trend there, bouncing off that bear market, but I think it'll be fine. So I'm gonna get ready for the gym, and then we'll head there while this keeps printing. I'll update you guys on how this goes too. While I'm getting ready, I'm gonna insert a clip here of my trade from last night. Popped for 3-4 bands last night, scalping Asia session. I have a video on exactly how I did that. Yeah, this is popping now. We're having 2 5-figure trades today.
happy holidays and happy new year.
So this is actually from the night before filming the vlog. I'm scalping Asia, following the method that I have another video showing how I do. And I've been tracking this one setup for probably like 45 minutes. And I hit my stop loss every single time. And finally now it's working out. And I just want to show you case that for you guys real quick. I entered here based off of this break of structure on the 10 minute with my edge indicator telling me that it's bullish. So I tried entering off this bounce, which was premature, which gave me a bad cost average. Right up here and sold. My stop loss was in profit here, so I can't really complain. But then I tried entering here because I thought that this was going to be the point that it bounced, and I just had, again, a bad cost average and hit my stop loss there for like, that one was terrible, and I was just chasing. But if you look out, I drew these lines kind of following the trend, showing what I was looking for it to follow. And I was able to get a good cost average, basically to bottom ticket, pretty close to it. And now it's actually working out, and it's the exact setup that I've been waiting to develop for the past hour. This just shows you trading can be so frustrating, but once you get it right, it's worth it all. Because like, who makes this type of money in 1 hour? There's not many careers where that's possible, and this is just, we're lucky enough to be alive in the generation where that's possible. Yeah, so this ended up turning into actually a really good trade. Not as much a scalp, but actually just a phenomenal trade. So outside of trading bot signals, I probably won't take another entry tomorrow. Alright, so I'm on my way to the gym now, and I was just thinking, I think a lot of people kind of mix up the way that making money and finding success works. People online especially kind of emphasize this idea that in like sales and in anything, to like make money, someone has to win and someone has to lose, which to me seems absolutely ridiculous, because there's always a situation where both people can get what they're looking for out of a deal, or get what they're looking for in any situation. It's just a balance of how you do it. So I've always looked at it this way, because I think it's my dad who taught me this, that the way to make money, the way to be valuable, and the way to set that standard for yourself of being valuable and convince yourself that you are, is that you do something and provide something of value. So if you're doing something and giving someone something valuable, inherently you are too. That's just like, like obviously. And I think that's something that gets lost, because I find like, if I tried to be all salesy like these TikTok gurus are, when I'm posting TikToks promoting my bot, like no one would give a shit about what I have to say, because there's always someone who's going to be a better salesman than me. Like, I'm a terrible content creator. I don't know anything about marketing. What I know is I know how to be relatable, because I've been in those situations where I was driving DoorDash, delivering people's Taco Bell so I could fill up my car with gas. I know what it's like to not be able to pay tuition. I know what it's like to struggle like that. And I know what it's like to lose hope that you could have more than that. And other people are going through that too. And I found what was my way out, and through it, I now have the opportunity to teach other people the exact way that I got out of it, and hopefully provide them a way for them to do it too. And it's as simple as that. I'm giving everyone else the sauce that I used. And that in itself, I just showed them the facts. Like, the bots work. I wouldn't have them if I didn't create them and if I wasn't using them. Like, it's just like logic. Yeah, it works. It's just whether or not people feel comfortable enough with you to trust that it's real. And the only way to do that is just to be honest. Like, I tell you guys what sucks. I tell you guys what works great. I'm very upfront about it. And I think that that's a big thing, is like, people don't realize like what value is. People think it's just like the amount in the bank account, and it's like, money will find you if you're doing something that's worth it. If you're doing something that you are passionate about, that provides value and that helps people, the money's gonna follow. But money isn't that great. The money itself isn't good. Like, there's nothing special about having a lot of money. There's no difference between like
me and Elon Musk just because he has a few billion. The difference is the value that he provides to humanity. That's the difference. And that's why the money followed. And I think a big thing that has to do with it is just like, there's ambition, and then there's the drive to actually make it happen, and the resilience that you need to have to make something big happen. And I think we're like currently plagued with the internet, where we think that things are supposed to be like immediate, and we're supposed to immediately see these like huge results. Like, for example, your first day trading, you're not banging $60,000 trades your first day. Your first month trading, you're not making $60,000. Just as a reference, like, these things take time, and we're being shown people that don't take time for it. We're not being shown like the building. We're not being shown the journey. We're being shown photos of the start, and 8 seconds later, we're seeing them driving a Lamborghini Huracan with a Richard Mille on their wrist. Like, yeah, that's sick, but the actually interesting part is how you got there, because that's what people want. People want to be able to get there, so it's the journey that's the interesting part. So how did that happen? That's the puzzle. And I think that we're being plagued because we're being deprived of seeing the journey, seeing like the struggle, seeing the reality of it. And that's what I'm kind of hoping to show with this, is that like, I'm not winning all the time. Like, I've had my fair share of blown accounts. I've had my fair share of injuries in the gym. I've had my fair share of like doubting everything. You know, life's just full of up and downs, but that's what it is. You know, you ride the wave. That's all it is. And, you know, I think if people are convinced, they convince themselves that they have value, then I think you'll be in a good position. If you really believe that you are valuable, and you know that you are valuable, and everyone has something they can bring to the table. I think once you're fully convinced that you are important, you're valuable, and you have something amazing, I think that's when you're actually able to make it happen, you know? I think that's the difference, is you have to be able to convince yourself. Even if you feel like it's delusion, like, I'm sorry if you don't believe it, but you have something special about you. You have something awesome that no one else has. You know, you have perspectives, you have ideas, you have a work ethic. These are all advantages and things that you have, and it's just a matter of time before you have that like pipe dream of an idea that ends up working off of those skills and creating something amazing, and you find your success. But you have to take that risk and feed those dreams to be able to actually do that. So I guess that's my my pre-gym rant. So, all right, I'll catch you guys. All right, so I just finished my lift. I started out with a little bit of stationary bike to get warmed up. Then I like to hit 2 leg exercises, some for lower body. And then I went into like a push day. And then I hit 2 miles on the treadmill. I find this useful to hit the 2 leg exercises, because if I do like a full leg day, like once or twice a week, it fatigues the next few days of running training. And as like a college runner, especially when trying to make gains while in season, if I'm fully fatigued, the rest of my workouts for the week are kind of like, they're kind of chopped. Like, you're not giving 100%, and I'm like a shorter distance runner, so that kind of defeats the purpose of a lot of those workouts. So I just finished up the workout as like a little relapse of what we did today. We hit that Asia session crazy trade. We hit a nice bot trade off the signal. We sent out the recipe to try to get a quote for the supplement, like the nootropic blend I'm trying to come out with. We'll wait to hear back from them. That'll take who knows how long. And then we hit the gym. So that's like a pretty normal day for me. Is I have the hustling. Usually I'll record some TikToks, which I'll probably do just off those bot signals, probably 1 or 2 of those. Posted 2 TikToks a day. I hit the gym. I journal my goals for the next day, and I like to plan things out. I find this really useful. Like, it's not crazy glamorous, it's not flashy, it's not something the camera loves to see, but it's real. It's just the reality of trying to build something. Do you really think that like you see these pictures of all these famous like startups, you see like Bill Gates, you see Elon Musk, like they're living out of the office. You know what I mean? Even though I'm making good money off of trading, it's not the money that I'm after. I want to build something huge. I want to build something that everyone in the world will know about. I want to build something big that is helping people on a big scale, something that turns the tides of someone's life. And that's my goal. And I want to inspire other people to do that. And I hope through this content that I'm recording and this like these types of vlogs on like the journey to be a better me, I hope that you guys take that from it and apply it to your own life. Because like, it doesn't matter what you're working for. What matters is that it's something that you're passionate about and that you can envision the steps to get there. And that's kind of what I want to be able to give you. It's not this flashy, like, look what I do. It's this, look what I'm doing. Like, I'm putting in the work, and I want to see you doing the same thing, because we both have the same goal for ourselves, which is to be the best versions of it. So I guess with that, I'll leave you guys there. And I hope to see you guys around. Check out that Discord down in the description for you to chat with us, the community we have there. We have over 600 people in there now, of people that are grinding, trying to get that financial freedom. It's people focused on self-improvement. So I hope to see you guys there. I hope to see you guys checking out some of my other content, like what I did to Scalp Asia last night. And I appreciate you guys for watching if you did. See you guys all next time. Peace.